Monday, April 24, 2016, and tonight I'm going to recap Trade Idea 16-6, which was posted on Wednesday, April 20th, 2016. I like to look at these trades a week later or if they move 15 to 20%. The 20% ones usually take a couple of weeks, and they usually involve the 3 times leveraged ETNs. Okay, so tonight we're going to look at Freeport McMoran. This one was a short, and like I said, I posted it on Wednesday, April 20th, and tonight it's Sunday, the 24th. How this got started was I was looking at the underline of copper, and I thought copper had moved up into a resistance area, and the money flow was quite grand. This trade started out with in the morning on Wednesday. There was a large white bar on Tuesday, which means that there was a lot of volume that was buying up in this area up against resistance, which is R1 on this daily chart. As you can see here, Freeport has moved from $3.52 to over $12 this year, so that's over 260%. Then you notice that the money flow, the on-balance volume was moving at a pretty good clip, but the money flow was beginning to wane, which was telling me that this was a lot of onesie-twosie traders basically buying at the market, chasing after this. As you can see, this is a pretty wide bar, which means that there's a lot of volume. They were very interested. They're coming in late is how I'm basically reading this. Now the next chart a little bit later in the day, this is on a weekly. The weekly had pressed up against pivot. I was expecting some resistance area under this cloud. Okay. Also again too is you have the money flow was beginning to wane up in here, and the RSI is moving into the 70 area. On the weekly though, the unbalanced volume, prices have moved pretty good, but there's not much unbalanced volume in there, meaning that a lot of this is probably going to be short covering. This is how it broke down on a 1-minute chart. I posted this on Wednesday when prices came over here near the close. On Thursday, it opened up in this area, so if you were lucky enough, you shorted the high on Thursday. Prices came back down to here. I look at this area here as resistance. This is volume and price. So this is the amount of volume that there was at this price level, and price closed below it. So I'm looking at this as resistance. If these areas are lost here, okay, I would expect the next support level to be around $11. I personally would probably take profits. I'd more than likely, if I am short, would probably sell some covered puts, okay, and pick up some premium on that. That's what I do. If this comes up above $12, I would expect it to fail somewhere around 12.25. But remember, there's no shame in putting in a stop and making a few pennies if you're short up in here, because if it goes below this area, which is basically the close on Friday, if it comes back through here, I would expect it to drop down to 11, which is 75 cents. So you have an opportunity. Yeah, you may get stopped out for a few pennies worth of profit here, but if it comes back through here, I would expect it to come down to here. As you can see here, on Fridays on the weekly, it closed below the pivot, so there is some weakness in there. This is the daily. Here's the pivot for going into May for right now. As you can see, RSI is overbought, and the daily unbalanced volume, there's a lot of froth in there. We also have FOMC this week, and I would expect a lot of tree shaking in the commodities. I don't see the herd looking forward past the April meeting, and I do post one trade idea per day, and I recap it the following week. And look for more trade tips. Thank you.